All right, guys, we have got good news this week coming out of the Philippines. I figured I'd share it with you. Some of you may have heard about it. Some of you may have not heard about it. So I'm going to let you know. First thing first, the first thing that I came across, or that we've been informed of here in the Philippines, is, guys, this thing right here. This thing right here. The good old face shield. Or as I called it, the chimp shield. Earlier this week, they put a decree out that said no more face shields are required. Voluntary only. Came out with that. So, away with the face shield. Now, it was funny because they first came out with that. I said, look, hey, no more face shields. Let's go shopping. Went up to S&R and walked in, and I said to the security guy, I said, your president made a declaration. Matter of fact, I think it was Monday. No more face shields are required. Kid looked at me and he shakes his head and he goes, I don't care. Go in. Like, all right. So then we turned around and went to the mall. Got to the mall and figured, hey, no more face shields. So I walked up to the security to go in. I noticed a couple gentlemen standing there and no face shield, but they wouldn't let him in the mall. So kiddingly, I said to the security guy, I said, hey, you know, the president made this declaration that no more face shields are required. Here's what he told me. He goes, well, I have to wait for the local authorities to give me that okay to not wear face shields in the mall. And I kiddingly said to him, so the local authorities have more power than the president. At which point he started laughing. And I said, I know you're just doing your job. So since then, I know for a fact it has been lifted here in Angeles City. I don't know what it's like in other areas of the Philippines. But here, the other day I went to the bank, no face shield. Today I went to the mall, no face shield. So that is a step in the positive direction. Why were we wearing face shields? I don't know. I think maybe we were the only country in the world here in the Philippines wearing face shields. Remember, again, this was the same country that tried to put up a plastic barrier between a driver on a motorbike and the passenger on the motorbike. Why were we the only country in the world using that? It only comes to mind is, and it's a very, very famous saying here in the Philippines. You guys ready? If you haven't heard it, you haven't been to the Philippines. Only in the Philippines, right? Only in the Philippines. So, there it is. That's a positive thing that's going on here. Still required to face mask, but no more face shields. They have, however, said they are still requiring to wear in a medical facility. Okay. All right. I can deal with that. So anyways, the next biggest thing that has come out, matter of fact, the article I'm going to read came out today, November 20th. So this is brand new. And I know a lot of people were asking about it, and I did some research, and this is the latest news as of today, November 20th, 2021. As far as the Philippines accepting international tourism. They're talking about it. That's a good thing. That's a positive thing. When is it going to happen? Well, we don't know yet. We just don't know. They are talking about it. So here it is. This is off of the Inquiry Net. Philippines to accept international tourism soon, says DOT. DOT is Department of Tourism. The Philippines will soon accept international tourists, the Department of Tourism announced Friday, today. Tourism Chief Berna Rumul Poyat said the Interagency Task Force on the Management of Emergency Infectious Disease, or IATF-EID, has approved in principle the entry of fully vaccinated tourists from green list countries, territories, or jurisdictions. Green list, guys, remember that. Green list. Some countries like the United States is not on the green list. Canada, not on the green list. If you want to know what's on the green list, look it up online. See if your country is on the green list. Let's go on. Allowing tourists from green countries or territories that have the majority of its population vaccinated and with low infections rates will greatly help in our recovery efforts, increasing tourist arrivals and receipts, among others. This will likewise add in boosting consumer confidence, which is a large contribution to our gross domestic product, or GDP growth, Poyet said in his statement. I agree. This country is hurting big time, along with other countries, when it comes to not allowing tourists into this country. The country relies heavily on that tourist dollars. Some areas like that we have gone to, and Dive, if you follow us, Porto Galera, they really rely on tourism there. Big time. That is, I would say, 95% of their income, along with many other areas here. So yes, definitely has put a hurt on this country, along with other countries. Goes on to say, our Asian neighbors like Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia also did the same. In other words, they're saying the same thing that the Philippines is looking to do, that Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia also have done. We believe that it is also time for us to reopen our borders for inbound tourists as a way towards fuller recovery, she added. Our intern agent specialist technical working groups on travel has been tasked to come up with guidelines for the country's reopening of tourism for international travel, subject to the final approval of the IATF. The proposal to open leisure travel to those coming from green countries was based on strict condition, Poyet noted. The green countries were classified by the Department of Health as low risk of COVID-19. According to Poyet, only foreign tourists fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 with jabs recognized by the country's Food and Drug Administration under an emergency use authorization would be allowed to enter the Philippines for tourism. There it is, guys. Fully vaccinated, recognized by the country's Food and Drug Administration. So I know there's people out there not getting that jab. I'm not getting that jab. Well, guess what? You ain't coming to the Philippines, and you aren't going to go to other Asian countries. They are requiring it to enter. Two choices: get a jab, don't get a jab. Choice is yours. Or just stay home. Stay home and maybe wait for them to say, okay, no longer required, which I would say is going to be years from now. So there it is. She added that the DOT will also be working on other proposals with the small technical working group on travel to discuss the possibilities of having vaccinated travel lanes or bubbles, a special program for fully vaccinated individuals from yellow countries. So evidently there's yellow countries. So they're looking at countries that are under the yellow list. I know, I keep saying yellow, right? The Philippines closed its door to tourism for almost 2 years since the pandemic hit the country in 2020. So that is the latest news that is coming out. I've read other articles too that are kind of saying the same thing. Department of Transportation is putting that out there. Here's the thing. People read that and they get excited and great, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy my ticket. Personally, my advice would be, hold on. Just hold on. The Department of Transportation can say everything and anything they want here, but it has to be proposed to the government here. The government of the Philippines is the final authority that says, yes, we are opening up this country for tourism. Yes, you can enter the country, but you will follow these specific procedures to enter the country as a tourist. The government has the final say. Don't be fooled when you read articles or other YouTubers put it out there that, hey, yep, tourism in the Philippines is opening. It's not yet, guys. It's not. It is close. It is very close. I can smell the tourists coming in soon. Very close. Very close. Some people predict by the end of the year. Some people predict by the beginning of the year. We can't predict it yet. Nobody can predict the future, right, guys? Nobody can predict the future, but it's close. It's close. And I know people are just, they're dying to get here. And I really do understand that. I do. So many people have, sent me messages saying, I want to get there so bad. I want to get there so bad. You're going to get here. You're going to get here. Just hang in there. There's people that want to be with their wife, or their children here, or their fiance, or the new girlfriend they met online since the COVID lockdown. Hang in there. It's close. It is. It's so close. It's so close. It's just, it's like you're like, let me. Come on. It's close, guys. It's close. I know I keep saying this. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Trust me, when the government here says, okay, we are open for tourism, people will know. People will know that are wanting to travel here from other countries. But remember, they're saying green list countries only, and this yellow list countries. First I've heard of yellow countries, but green list countries only. So sad to say, if your country you live in is on that green list, you might have to wait just a little longer. And also, remember, they are flat out saying those people that have gotten the jab, and the jab that is approved by the, what was it, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, can enter. So if you got a jab and it's not approved, then again, they could change the wording and everything too. So anyways, there's the latest news put out today, November 20th, 2021. And guys, today's also Lut's birthday. Lut is my wife, and it's her birthday. So hope you guys found that interesting or found that informative to you. Remember, don't believe anybody that's saying it's open now, because guys, it is not open. It's close. It's close. We'll keep on chugging away. And remember, no more plastic face shields. Remember, only in the Philippines. And we'll talk to you guys later.